Hi everyone, and welcome back to Nori's Corner. So today we're going to be shooting from somewhere way different from what we're used to. So today we're doing a review on Bridgeton season 3 episode 6. So remember episode 5, at the end we see Penelope faint due to the pressure given to her by Eloise to reveal herself to Colin before 12. And also we see Cressida taking up the mantle of Lady Whistledown as well. And all that happened, and we see in beginning of episode 6. Before I even start, alright, I think I've been doing an injustice to the cast or the other characters in the Bridgerton series, because I'm always focusing on the main characters. But remember, all these little characters actually sum up the episode or the series, because without them it should just be short parts for Colin and Penelope. But anyways, I digress. So let's get back into the review. I just had to say that. Alright, so we see Colin calling upon Penelope to check up on her because of what happened at the engagement party, with Cressida claiming to be Lady Whistledown. We could see that Penelope was not having it. She was upset, like, of all people to claim me, Cressida, with all her wickedness and evil acts. But anyways, that already happened, because the reason why Cressida did that was because she didn't want to get married to the old fart that her parents wanted her to marry. Like, okay, I'm young, you didn't decide to give me a young person but an old person, like, seriously. So she did that because she was trying to save herself from, because seriously, who wants to marry an old person like that, like old enough to be your granddad? Okay, a lot of people do that, but I digress. So back into the series. So that's the reason why she chose to be Lady Whistledown. But the thing that she didn't know was the repercussion in taking that name was going to be her detriment. But anyways, so back to Penelope and Colin. So they have the conversation, and Colin then tells her, he forgot that he got her engagement ring from the jeweler, and he's here to give it to her, and he gives her an amazing ring, and she's really, really happy, like, oh my god, that this is what's happening. But anyway, so that's what we see happening. So we also see Lady Bridgerton and a love interest with Lady Danbury's brother, but we can see the sparks and everything. But she doesn't want to let go because she still has chores to do. So in her own mind, she's like, oh, this guy is nice. Because also he's a very, very handsome black dude with plenty beards and luscious lips. Okay, I digress. But anyway, so in her mind, she's smitten with him, and she's like, okay, nice. But she also minds what she has to do. She can't accept him because she needs him and Lady Danbury to make amends. That's the only way it will make sense for her as a friend to freely let go and go into the relationship, because without having the blessings of her friend, she will not go into that. So we see that happening. We also see John Killamart come out to say he wants to marry Francesca. Everybody's happy, but the mom is torn, because first of all, they say where he's relocating to, that's Glasgow and everything, and she's like, she doesn't want that. But anyway, she can't do that because she already, one thing about her is she loves her children to find their own match, and she has found it. But to her, she's still not convinced enough that their match is good. But Francesca knows that and calls her mom out, like, you don't want to help us talk to the queen. But normally you would have gone, if it was Daphne, you would have gone to talk to the queen. But because you do not believe in my match, that's why you do not want to go. And she's trying to explain to Francesca that that's not the case. But Francesca doesn't want to agree, because she actually called her out on it, which was really, really true. Because if you believed in it, you would have fought for me. We also see we also see Mondrich. He had to sell his bar because everybody was looking at him a sort of way, which wasn't nice, because saying, okay, how would he be working for his money? Why not let the people give him money based on his title that he shouldn't be working for? So everybody's wondering, like, why are you working for your money? Which is very strange. Obviously you need to work for your money. But we see that happening, and so Lady Danbury advises him that, okay, if he doesn't want to follow the rat race, he needs to be a trendsetter. Therefore, he needs to do something different to let people know that he's not a follower but a leader. So they then decide to do a ball and invite the queen to the ball. Everybody attends. Even Cressida and her mom actually attend. Like, seriously, the guts for you to actually come out after claiming to be what you're not. But anyways, kudos to her, to her bravery. She actually comes out to solidify her name as Lady Whistledown. We see that happening. Then her mom was like, okay, just put your head up. The queen will summon us. When they summon us, that will solidify our claim to Lady Whistledown to the whole town. And that what happens, the queen beckons for them to come. They go to meet the queen, and the queen then talks to them like, okay, that she's still not convinced about that. Then as they were talking, Cressida looks at her watch, and lo and behold, the doors open and the people come in to give out the flyers. So they give out the flyers to everybody in the town, like, this is what is happening, this is what Lady Whistledown has written down. And Queen was like, it's engaging enough for her to wait for the second, or to wait for the main edition to come out, for her to realize whether she is a copycat or she is the real Lady Whistledown. And we see that happening. We see Penelope and Eloise really, really upset. They go into one of the drawing rooms to talk about it. Eloise is like, you know what, she's at fault, she's to blame because she opened her house to them and everything. That why would Cressida do that to her and all of that. So so she begs Penelope to pick up her pen once again to right the wrongs. So in so doing that, Penelope runs out into the carriage to try and write down everything that is happening. And what would you see? Oh, wait, hold that thought. Or should I hold that thought? Let's go back a bit, just a teeny bit. All right, so yes, I forgot one of the juicy parts in this. It's Benedict and his love triangle. Because remember, he's having fun, I won't say dating, having fun with Tilly. And Tilly then tells him, okay, she wants to introduce him to one of her close pals because she has met his family. And he goes like, okay, no problem. So she invites Paul to a dinner with her and Benedict. All right. And note to self, Paul is bi. Yeah, I know. And Tilly also wants Benedict to share in her world, because if he doesn't, it's going to be like separate world where she has time for Paul and she'll still have time for Benedict. But she's greedy and she wants both of them together with her in her own world to enjoy whatever they have been enjoying since, or what they want to enjoy. So yeah, so we see that happening. She's trying to see if Paul and Benedict would flow. Apparently they're flowing, but Benedict is not aware about his sexuality. So he's talking to Paul on the balcony and they're having some vibe going on. Then he leaves and he's about to walk back in. That's Benedict, and he catches Tilly and Paul kissing. And then he's like, what's going on? And Tilly goes like, then Paul interjects and says, oh, we're actually talking about you. And he then drops the offer that, okay, they're going upstairs, would you want to come join them? And he's like, oh, because already he's been caught unaware. So he's like, and he runs out. Yeah, that's the juicy part. So back to Penelope. So yeah, Penelope runs. I know, because it's so interesting. Penelope runs to the, the printers to drop her pamphlet for the next day for them to print out. And as she's about to turn away, she sees Colin walking straight to her, and he goes like, oh my god, so you have been Miss Whistledown all along and you didn't tell me. And that's where we see the end of episode 6. Like, yeah, the cliffhanger for me is amazing. Like, so your own mind like, okay, what's going to happen? Is it going to end the wedding? But anyway, so stick around for episode 7. Like I always say, we're building a community one block at a time. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. So you know what to do. Drop your comments. Let's have this conversation. Like me, I'm like, I actually want to drop everything at the same time, but I can't overflow everything because I know people are still watching it. So yeah, so this the little spoiler alert I can do right now. So bye.